Blanche Monnier, a 25-year-old socialite in Paris in 1876, was rushing to find a suitor before it was too late. She had her heart set on marrying an older, penniless lawyer that her aristocratic mother detested. Then Blanche suddenly disappeared. She was never again seen in public in France. While her mother and brother grieved over her, they continued living their normal lives. But they were concealing a dreadful secret behind their outward facade. A mystery letter was delivered to the Attorney General's office in Paris on May 23, 1901.
Monsieur Attorney General, I have the honor to inform you of an exceptionally serious occurrence,
said the unsigned letter.
I'm talking about a spinster who has spent the last 25 years living in her own filth while imprisoned in Madame Monnier's home, starving to death and eating rotten litter.
Police decided to look into the estate, despite Monnier's family's impeccable reputation in the wake of being shocked by the letter. After breaking in and searching the property, a squad of officers discovered a locked door upstairs. A terrible smell invaded their noses as they opened the latch. To their surprise, a woman who had been severely undernourished for 25 years was straining through the light, while cowering on the bed, covered in food and waste. Blanche Monnier had been imprisoned for 25 years. She now weighed only 55 pounds. During that time, she had not seen the light or another person. The unfortunate woman was laying entirely naked, on a horrible straw mattress. A witness remarked about the horrifying discovery. A sort of crust comprised of feces, pieces of meat, vegetables, fish, and stale bread had formed all around her. One officer said,
"We also observed oyster shells and bugs crawling across Mademoiselle Monnier's bed. But we couldn't stay any longer to continue our inquiry because the air was too thick to breathe, and the room's odor was so offensive."
Madame Monnier, who had received a prize from the Committee of Good Works for her selfless service to the city, was taken into custody right away. After telling the police about the horrific kidnapping, she passed away in prison 15 days later. Madame Monnier imprisoned her daughter in a cramped room until she caved in when she wouldn't end her relationship with the lawyer. Blanche relied on her mother's leftovers for 25 years. Even when her beloved passed away in 1885, she still had to endure punishment. Marcel, Blanche's brother, was found guilty of aiding her mother during the trial and given a 15-month prison term at first, on the grounds that Blanche had the option to leave at any point, but chose not to. He was later found not guilty. The courtroom spectators gasped in terror as he ran free. La Séquestrie des Portiers, another name for Blanche Monnier, in France, passed away in a Bois sanitarium in 1913.